What's going on, guys? Your boy Rome Legacy is back again with another video. Yes, we back again. I almost fell out of this chair. I gotta stop doing stuff like this. I'm trying to make this entertaining and I'm gonna break a hip, but I do it for you guys because y'all my peoples. Y'all know this. Guys, welcome back to He Smells Like Rome, and I guess welcome to He Smells Like Rome for those who just joined me for the first time. It is about that time. Yes, it is. We are going to embark on a wonderful adventure, the lane of spring fragrances. So let's get excited for these wonderful spring scents that they cover a wide range of different types of events, different types of weather conditions, but overall I'm excited for the spring because it gets a little warmer. It has quite cool breezes that come through in that warm season. You know, the flowers start to bloom, the trees start to get green. Everything is just wonderful around the springtime. I love the spring. I get excited for the picnics, the cookouts, all that jazz. What I have here, I got a bunch of fragrances, 10 to be exact, that'll fit any of those events, any of those occasions that come across during the spring. And I want to hook you guys up with some amazing fragrances. So let's go through this whole line of amazing spring fragrances. I want y'all to join me, and hopefully you guys pick some of these up because I got some bangers. All right, before we get into that, y'all know the deal. To help my channel grow, to help me continue to do what I love is do fragrance reviews, of course. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you can get notifications anytime I shoot these videos. You guys know how this works. You hook me up and I hook you up with some amazing fragrance reviews and top 10s like this. So with that out of the way, we're gonna get into this top 10 right now. So if you ready for an amazing spring top 10 list, sit back, relax, get some popcorn. It's about to go down. Alright guys, so little shameless plug here. You guys see I got my He Smells Like Rome t-shirt. You guys know I changed the logo. I do that like every 3 or 4 years. Let me know if you guys want me to make some more t-shirts for my fragrance heads, my smell good guys, and if the number is right, I'll do that. You know, I want to spread the love. I want to give some t-shirts. Well, I want to sell some t-shirts. I don't want to give any away. I might want to give 1 or 2, but let me know if y'all want another version of He Smells Like Rome t-shirt. Y'all saw the logo. You'll see it again when the video's over. But alright, enough of that. Let's get to the number 10. Alright, number 10 is from a new fragrance house I've been talking about, raving about, and I am really excited about this house. It is from Romania, and they have some gorgeous fragrances. That fragrance house I'm talking about is My Geisha. And the fragrance here is musk. Now, this fragrance, I'm gonna say right now, is definitely gonna be on the top 10 most complimented fragrance list because this vanilla musk Ambroxan bomb right here is unbelievable. Now, it is very airy, it is very clean, it is slightly woody with a hint of cream behind it, but when I tell you there is a C4 brick of Ambroxan in this, I'm not joking. This is seriously a compliment getter, especially from the females. Yes, my wife loves this, and my wife does not like niche fragrances as much as I do, but immediately she smelled this on me and went crazy. I'm at work, scent trail at work, I'm getting compliments left and right to the point where I forgot that I had this on, and someone asked me that, like, you got something with Ambroxan on. He's a fragrance head too, but to know that this had a heavy dose of ambroxan and musk, it's a banger. Once again, it's not something that's gonna wow you with the composition or the complexity. No, it's just a beautiful, simple, clean musk that smells amazing. Go check it out. Gonna be amazing for the spring. Yeah. Let's go check out number 9. All right, number 9 is another new fragrance in my collection I've had for about 4 months now. And this house, to me, is so underrated. Of course, it's a new house. It's only been out for 2 years, but there is literally no one talking about it. And they have such great fragrances. It's gonna be perfect for those spring picnics and those cookouts. And that fragrance I'm talking about is from the House of Noya. This is the Moon Shadow. Yes, the Moon Shadow is just outstanding, y'all. Let's just take a gander of the bottle. I have not reviewed this yet. I will very soon. I'm just gonna give you a small little synopsis of how great this fragrance is. It is a powerhouse. I'm gonna let you know that right now. This fragrance is perfect for right now. From March to April, this is going to be something I think will work well for most people. If you like a citrus fragrance that has mandarin orange, that's, in my opinion, has a little bit of a bergamot in the opening with some slight kind of a peppery vibe. But if you want something that has a unique, distinct smell of like Middle Eastern spices, this is one you need to grab. There's something about this fragrance that blended those citrus notes, juniper berry, spices, and this wonderful, almost incense-like Middle Eastern vibe that just, it drives me crazy. Now, once again, this is quite strong, but in the cooler 60 to 70 degree weather, this is gonna work well. And I think, once again, this is that cookout, this is that barbecue, this is that picnic fragrance that you need to grab because, yeah, it's a must-have. That's why it's on my spring list of 2025. Let's go check out the next one. All right, so this is the fragrance that I'm saying you need to take on a vacation. This is the fragrance that surprised me, not just because of the fragrance, but the house surprised me that they decided to go with more of a citrus style, more of a lighter fragrance because they're known for their darker fragrance. And that fragrance I'm talking about is from Evanescence. This is Ginjambra Latte. Now, if you watch my shorts, you guys know that I was gonna put this on the list because it literally showcases one of the best combination of ginger, green tea, and a nice cold, almost iced latte. The freshness in the opening mixed with that beautiful blend of ginger spice combined with almost, I would say, you had the green tea, it was warm, right? It was a warm green tea and you smelled the aroma and then you just dumped a bunch of ice in there. That's what this is like. And then what keeps it unique, in my opinion, is it the milkiness. There's a milkiness inside of here that just drives me wild. If you want something to bring on a spring vacation, if you want something that you can sit poolside or on a beach, sipping some cool tropical beverage, this is the one to wear. Ginjambra Latte, a must-have for spring, and for a light, more refreshing type of fragrance. This has some weight to it, so go check it out. You can thank me later. All right, so the next one, this fragrance here, really surprised me because one, I wasn't expecting to get this in the mail, but I was excited that Jules Mad dropped not one but 2 new fragrances, and this is one of them. But this right here is almost, I'm not gonna say almost, this is a tie because I couldn't have left or wouldn't leave this fragrance out, because this to me is one of the best spring fragrances in the world. So we got a double header. The fragrances I'm talking about is, hopefully I'm saying that right, Callisto and Terrasse Saint Germain. Now, you guys have watched my channel for years and years and years. You know that I've butchered that name consistently. It's almost like I'm in the Guinness Book of Records for how many times I've mispronounced the name of this fragrance. But you guys get the gist. These two right here smell nothing alike. Let's just be clear on that. But for me, this fragrance has a wonderful rhubarb that to me is just unmatched. Citrus in the opening, but the rhubarb and the creamy sandalwood in this fragrance just makes it stand out. There is nothing that I have in my collection that just screams spring like this wonderful creation. This is another fragrance that I say, if you like rooftop gatherings, if you like being outside, but you definitely like being in a vibe where it's you know, chill, you're hanging out, there's something going on, some type of event. This is it. This is the rooftop bar, lounge, party, dinner, lunch, or brunch fragrance to wear. It is wonderful. And I don't see many companies doing rhubarb as a like dominant or prominent note. And if they are, they can't touch this. So this is in the tie with, pretty sure I'm gonna mess it up, Callisto. But I only have 10 mil travel spray, or maybe 8 mil, I'm not sure, of this one. But still, I'm glad that I got to experience it, because I was kind of turned away from it because it was kind of targeted towards females at first. But I said, I'm glad I got a sample. Let's try it out. And the wonderful note of not only tonka bean, but you have neroli, pink pepper, and you have powdery iris mixed with a equally powdery vanilla in this fragrance, just to name a few. But it's just gorgeous in my opinion. It's soft, it has light florals, it has a sweet nuance that brings it closer to the gourmand side, but it's one of those delicate fragrances that, yes, of course the women are gonna love this, but guys, if you want something that's attractive, something that's subtle, but also slightly seductive, this is one perfect for date nights, perfect for those first impression date nights if you're going out in the spring. Just a gorgeous. I want to spray it on my hand because it's just, I want to smell it again. Absolutely stunning, stunning, guys. Go check it out. Get the 10 mil sample before you commit to a purchase, or I would say this is a safe blind buy. No questions asked. Let's go check out the next one. The next fragrance I have is an aromatic citrus sweet based fragrance that I fell in love with, but I couldn't grasp what was happening with the fragrance. I knew I liked it, but I couldn't understand why I liked it. And I had to get it in my collection because I kept going back to the sample. And the fragrance I'm talking about is from Heure de Meaux, and I'm not even gonna attempt to say the name, but just stare at the gorgeous bottle for a second. I'll put the name up there. Now, Heure de Meaux, you guys heard me talk about this fragrance house. It is a sister company to Kajal Perfumes, and they are like, they sneaking up there, they're creeping up to being one of those premier niche fragrance brands. One, of course, I told you guys I love that these are affordable, somewhere between $120, $125. Beautiful bottle design, but this fragrance right here, a beautiful opening of bergamot mixed with vanilla. Oh, wow. And this bergamot almost smells like a combination of bergamot and a lime peel. And how weird this is gonna sound, the lime peel is like dipped in like vanilla. That's the opening one get. Creamy, wonderfully sweet, citrusy, and fruity at the same time. What's gonna take you guys, especially my guys, my dudes, what's gonna take this to another level for you guys is, of course, what I just mentioned, those notes. But the lavender and the amber going towards the dry down makes this a must-have for the spring. Yes, once again, this is for the later part of the spring, in that May going into June territory. But I think if you have the right occasion where you're probably wanting to wear a nice cool linen suit or something light but dressed up, this is the fragrance that I would wear in that occasion. But once again, yes, pool party, you can rock it. Something that isn't going to be overly thick on your body. This is going to work well in that nice 70 to maybe 80 degree weather. But man, a must have. Go check it out from Heure de Mot. Check out the whole line. They got some bangers. All right, let's move along. Next up is from one of my favorite fragrance houses. You guys probably seen this on my top 25 favorite fragrance brands of all time. And this is close to being my favorite fragrance from there. It's still not there yet, but close to being there. This is from MDCI, and this is Evasion Barbar. You guys know I love their presentation. You heard me talk about them having one of the best bottle presentations in the world, especially that bust as a cap. But the juice, one of the best kind of, I would say, classic barbershop style fragrances in the world. But here is the unique thing about this. This is a European barbershop style fragrance. This isn't something that you would smell if you were in America. This is something that if you grew up maybe from, I would say, the 50s to maybe the 70s, that is the smell you would get from those traditional barbershops, from what I was told and what I smell. But overall, a fantastic fragrance. If you like violet leaf, if you like grapefruit, if you like lemon, especially lavender, this is a fragrance that will drive you insane. However, the unique take of musk, patchouli, and these wonderful spices that come in and out, which are cardamom and ginger, makes this fragrance a must-have for the spring, especially if you're just getting a fresh cut or you just got a fresh, nice, jumpsuit, short set on, and you killing it with the, you know how we do. You know how we get fresh for the spring and summer. This is one you need to get in your collection. Go check it out. I would say check out all of their barbershop style fragrances, but MDCI Evasion Barbar, must have. Go check it out. All right, dang, we already jumped into the top 5 already. I didn't even realize we were in the top 5. This is going fast. All right, so number 4 is from one of my favorite fragrance houses of all time. This is one of the best fragrances in their collection that's actually available right now. You can go check it out. And that fragrance I'm talking about is Boadicea de Victoria's Harmonious. Yes, Harmonious is another one of those psychopath compliment getters. This is the one that's going to drive those females that are around you, co-workers, friends, girls that got a crush on you, your wife, your girlfriend, they're going to go insane for this. There's something in this fragrance that just drives women bananas, especially if it's sprayed on the right type of guy. I don't know if it's the coffee, I don't know if it's the rum, I don't know if it's the cognac. To me, the combination of all three are just amazing, but the spices in this are what I think are the key to making this fragrance beautiful. I know you guys are saying, Rome, those are all really dark, really dense, and really heavy notes. Yes, but how they executed this made it very wearable in the spring. And in my opinion, it's because they added rose, and also they had the orris. The orris and the rose are very light, very, of course, floral, but the powdery nuance that comes off almost like lipsticky, powdery makeup is, I think, what kind of gives that little edge to making females like really drawn to this. I told you guys before that powdery notes are aphrodisiacs to females because it just reminds them of babies. I don't know why it does that, but every single time I've worn this, the ladies go crazy. But I want to say, spring nights, wear this out. Wear this out spring nights, especially to those kind of intimate settings. This is going to be one that's going to get you the most compliments, one that's going to cause conversations, and it just lasts forever. Go check it out. Bodicea the Victorious, Harmonious, and number 4. All right, we down to number 3. Number 3 needs no introduction. My favorite fragrance house. This is Kajal number 3, or Kajal 3. I'm not sure if this is actually Kajal Homme 3. I could be wrong, but we're gonna call it Kajal 3 for right now. And y'all know they make some of the best looking presentations in the game. But this fragrance right here, simply put, smells like an ice cream soda to me. It does. It smells like those lemon, almost orange, Sierra Mist, 7-Up, Sprite, and you dropped some vanilla or orange ice cream in the middle. It is just that simple. It is gorgeous. This is definitely going to be on the hotter part of the spring. Definitely one of those fragrances you want to wear when it's between 75, maybe 85 degrees, pool parties, beaches, or maybe you're just chilling on your balcony and enjoying the breeze. This is a wonderful fragrance, and it's blended so well that it doesn't have that thing where, you know, citrus and kind of soda or ice cream type fragrances can get a little sticky and feel like I don't want to feel sticky. This does not do that. This smells fantastic. Lemon zest, soda, grapefruit, rosemary, lavender, ginger, all complement this fragrance in the right way. But the top notes, for some reason, come down to the base and just stays. So if you're looking for something, in my opinion, that smells like a citrus ice cream soda, go grab this one. Yeah, it's a banger. All right, guys, the next fragrance is a fragrance I just reviewed, and I am convinced that this is going to be my new signature fragrance. Given the fact that I have hundreds of fragrances, that's hard to do, to convince me to wear it over and over and over, that people know me by this fragrance, but it will, because it is that damn good. And that fragrance I'm talking about is from Gel Bouillon, and this is Rich as Carossus. This is just one of the best new introductions to the perfume game I've smelled in years. And I mean years. I've been excited for a lot of fragrances over the years, but it's fleeting. It doesn't have me there for a long time. Every time I smell this fragrance, I get overly excited like I just smelled it for the first time. And the reason why is because this wonderful cashmere note. The cashmere mixed with this raspberry inside of here has done something to me that has taken me for this wonderful ride in the olfactory sense. Now, that's not all. There's a plethora of notes in here that are great, but for me, the cashmere, the vanilla, the soft spice of saffron, that kind of almost powdery nuance that has a peppery nuance with it. This is a banger. Go check out my full review on this. If you're looking for something that I'm saying could be the perfect signature scent, the fragrance that I'm saying that is absolutely going with me on my vacation in the spring. And truth be told, this is a baby maker, so you've been warned. Go check it out. That's why Rich as Carossus is at number 2, because it is a must-have for spring 2025. Let's go check out number 1. All right, we down to the final fragrance of 2025 for my spring top 10 fragrance list, and this is well deserved. This fragrance has surprised me because it is categorized as a female fragrance. It is from a new fragrance house, but it has won me over. I just did a review on it. Hopefully that's up. That fragrance I'm talking about is Venus from Niche in Perfumes. Yes, this is the ultimate spring fragrance in my opinion. And I know in that review I already convinced you that notes mean nothing. Florals are meant for both genders. You can wear them. You just gotta know how to wear them, the right occasion to wear them. The combination of jasmine and vanilla in the opening of this fragrance is done superbly. The execution of creating a heavily floral, light, seductive, sexy fragrance is hard to do to convince a man that, yeah, you can rock this. Having jasmine, having tuberose, having rose in this fragrance is definitely screaming female. But how the perfumer made this creamy, white floral, green, slightly spicy, but also has a hint of playful candy-like notes in it, made me say, yeah, this definitely is going on the spring top 10 list. And the only one that was close to this was Rich As Carasses as a competitor. But it won because it's just unique. I'll say it again, like I said before, it's gonna smell completely different on a man than it does on a female. But I urge you guys, my men especially, do not miss out on this gorgeous treasure. And I would even say this is hinting, getting close to becoming a masterpiece in my opinion. But I don't want to jump out there yet. Give me 6 months and I'll let you know. But for right now, oh, this is absolutely number 1 on my top 10 spring fragrance list. Venus from Niche in Perfumes. Go check it out. I'm bringing this on vacation. No doubt. All right, guys, that is my top 10 spring fragrance list for 2025. I hope you guys grab some of these because these are some of the creme de la creme when it comes to, in my opinion, the best niche fragrances that literally no one is talking about. I don't think, besides maybe 2 or 3, this is on anybody else's list. And that's my job. My job is to help you smell unique, different, and close conversation. So I hope that and pray that I did that for you guys. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below if you have any of these fragrances. I'm gonna link down below where you can get these fragrances at. That's my gift to you guys. Before I get out of here, I wanna say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I wanna say, without you, nothing would be possible. I thank you for everything you've done for me and my family. All glory goes to you, God. I wanna say to you guys very quickly, without going on too long, let's try to practice giving thanks in prayer without asking for something in return. We can pray to God with not always looking for something, asking for a blessing, asking for a gift, asking for something. Let's just praise Him. Let's thank Him. And let's let's be thankful for the gift of being able to pray to the Most High. That's all I wanted to say. If we can practice humbling ourselves without asking for something every time we pray, I think that will go a long way with being able to receive wisdom, knowledge, and being thankful for what you have at that moment. So, with that said, guys, I love y'all. Y'all know y'all my peoples. And until next time, like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out on the next video. Until then, God bless in Jesus' name. Peace. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put it back to the friend zone.